Welcome to Servant of the Fates. Today's pickacard reading will talk about the 5 things that will happen to you in the week ahead. So pick the deck that sparks a memory in you. It will have your accurate predictions. Guidelines below on how to do just that. Feel free to pause this video as you take your pick. As always, timestamps down below. Is there something about the Disney Villains Tarot deck that is sparking a memory in you? Maybe something from childhood? Or is it the Tarot of the Divine that is creating that memory? Funny how she looks like Mulan, and we were just talking about Disney, so. And of course, there is also tarot for kids. Is there something about the color palette of their outfits that is sparking that memory in your brain? So as always, feel free to pause and rewind, and when you're ready, let's begin. If you chose Disney Villains Tarot, welcome to your reading. These are the 5 things that will happen to you in the week ahead. Number 1, you have the Moon and the 2 of Cups. You will be receiving a lot of psychic downloads about someone who's meant to be in your life. For the majority of you, this is a romantic partner, but for the others, it's someone who's meant to be your business partner, or who's meant to be your best friend, who's meant to be your sponsor, or maybe someone who needs you just as much as you're going to need them, okay? I'm going to say, or I'm tempted to say, pay attention to your dreams, but you don't even have to do anything actively. Your dreams will make sure that you remember them, okay? But yeah, magical dreams, and even when you're not asleep, you're going to be seeing visions. And you're going to be like, did I not get enough sleep last night? Why am I dreaming while awake? But no, there won't be anything wrong with your sleep cycle or your eyes or your brain for that matter. It is going to be messages from the spiritual realm or from your higher self, okay? From your unconscious, giving you messages, signs, and positive warnings about this person. So it's like you will be receiving clues as to who they are, right? Someone who's meant to be in your life. So you might hear their name, or you might see them in your dream introducing themselves to you and saying their name. In real life, they could look totally different, but remember the name, okay? Or maybe it's not going to be straightforward. Maybe it's numbers. You're going to be seeing numbers, and then when you meet this person, a series of those numbers is going to be a part of their mobile number, or it's going to be their address or something like that. But psychic downloads, dreams, and visions about someone who is meant to be in your life. It's like your unconscious is telling you to let this person in rather, because it's fated, because they are meant to be, because they are going to help you and you're going to help them, okay? So this week, it's the beginning of a union. For some of you, a soulmate union, okay? Or if it's not a soulmate, it's a part of your soul tribe. Someone who is really meant to be with you in this life, okay? So a lot of clues about this person. Again, I'm tempted to say, pay attention to your dreams, but you don't have to, because you will remember. They're going to be weird, okay? They're going to be so vivid that there is no way you're going to forget them. So look out for that. With the moon here, this is also Pisces and Cancer. So maybe those are your first clues about this fated person. Pisces, Cancer, Sun, rising Venus, okay? That could be your first sign. Second thing that will happen to you in this week ahead, we have the Fool and the Queen of Coins. So there is going to be a new source of income for you beginning this week. Now, what did I say? New and beginning. So don't expect money to come flowing in immediately. This is just the announcement of money. So if you're a freelancer, this is just a client confirming that they've picked you for this project, okay? It's not payment day yet. It's not payday yet. Or why not? If you've won a raffle or some competition or the lottery, It's just the confirmation that you've won. It's the call. It's the announcement, okay? It's not you actually receiving the money just yet, but it's the beginning of a source of income. And with the Queen of Coins, it's most likely to be something steady, a steady flow than a one-time thing. So I know I mentioned winning the lottery because I was called to. So maybe for 5-10% of you that's going to happen, but the Queen of Coins is telling me that this is more maybe a client that is going to be a recurring client for you, or it's a job that you're going to have long term. So it is a stable, consistent source of income. And it's the beginning of that, and it's going to be amazing. With the Fool, the money that you get from this project, from this job, from whatever this source is, it will allow you to feel like you have a second chance at life. What does that mean? Things that you weren't able to buy or afford or enjoy when you were a kid, or maybe not a kid, but like when you were in college or in your 20s, you can finally afford them now with this income. So it's going to be, I'm not going to say big, but yeah, it's going to be sizable and consistent. Okay, it's a long-term stable source. So you're going to hear the beginning of this. It could be a job offer. Most of you will have already known about it because you interviewed for the job, right? But for others, it is out of the blue, like a friend saying, hey, I'm starting a business and I want you to work for me as this, or to partner with me in this business, right? So yeah, it's going to be lovely. Your clues as to who this could come from: the Fool, this is Uranus, ruler of Aquarius, and the Queen of Coins is Capricorn. So Capricorn, Aquarius energy, okay? And that's lovely. Maybe someone on the cusp as well. But yeah, Sun, rising, Venus. That is your clue as to who this person could be. The recruiter who calls you, or why not, if you don't care about the recruiter at all. Maybe it's the kind of company. So Aquarius is air and water, right? And Capricorn is very corporate. It's very hardworking. So maybe it's a corporate 9-to-5 job, or maybe it's a company that deals in water, sells drinks, for example, wine, maybe soda, juices, things like that, okay? Maybe something healthy as well, because with Capricorn, we have grounding energy. So those are your clues as to the source of this new income for you. Third thing that will happen to you this week, you have Temperance and the Ace of Wands. This is vindication. This is validation. This is healing, because you've always had a passion that people, maybe when you were a kid, ridiculed you for. You know, I'm currently watching the Chucky TV series on Netflix, and it's a kid who loves dolls, and he is a boy. So then, you know, kids are like, oh my God, you're a boy. Why do you like dolls? Even his dad was so mean to him about it. But that's just an example. I'm not saying it has to be dolls, or it has to be something childlike, like dolls. But there is a passion that you have that people make fun of you for. Maybe, you know what, I just heard something so specific. Maybe it's because you're not as good at it as you should be. So for example, it's singing or dancing or drawing, painting. You love it so much, but it doesn't quite love you back. I know that sounds mean, but don't worry, because this week, that is going to change. Whatever that difference is, like you love the craft doesn't love you back, it's going to change this week, okay? This time around, there will be balance, give and take. So something will happen, almost a miracle. Let's say, as an example, it's singing. You don't know how to sing that well, or your voice can't reach the high notes or the low notes or whatever. But this week, something happens to you and you just suddenly can sing much better than you used to, okay? It could literally be a miracle. Look at this fire. This is pure fire from within you, from the divine, from the universe, whatever you want to call your higher power. So it could very well be a miracle. And in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, Temperance is portrayed as an archangel, Archangel Michael, right? So there is divine power here. It could be a gift to you. So some passion that you've always had, that you were insecure about, even though you loved it, that people made fun of you for, finally, it's just gonna work out. I, again, heard another specific message that will resonate with a few of you. It is probably maybe even a business that you started, or let's say a blog that you started, or a vlog that you made, and you're so passionate, or okay, a podcast. I just heard a podcast, but no one's really listening. No one's paying attention. And people are like, really? You left your job for this? Nobody cares. Look, what a failure you are. But something will happen, okay? Suddenly 3 million people will be downloading your music or listening to your podcast, okay? There is going to be a healing when it comes to this pain that you have been enduring about your passion, about your interest, about something that you are so obsessed with and in love with in a good way. So I think this so far is the most amazing thing, right? Because it's cathartic. It's healing. It releases you, it vindicates you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Congratulations for that. This is like the universe confirming that you've taken the right path after all, that you're meant to be in this life path after all. It's what you're meant to do. And you shouldn't ever listen to anybody else criticizing you, even if those people love you, even if they're only criticizing you because they care about your financial stability or whatnot, okay? You should always listen to your heart, right? Look, it's like the shape of the heart, this snake. So yeah, always listen to your heart, and yeah, it's going to be amazing for you beginning this week. What else? Fourth thing that will happen to you in your week ahead. You have the Eight of Wands and the Devil. Oh my. This is, I don't know, it's dramatic. It's cute. That's why the reason I said I don't know is it kind of sounds cliche-ish as well. Like if it's a telenovela, it's gonna be like kind of cheesy, but whether you're a guy or a girl, there is someone in your social circle or in your environment. Maybe you're not friends or acquaintances with this person, but they are kind of popular, but in a notorious way. Okay, in a notorious way. Like if it's a man, they're known for being a player, or if it's a lady, she's known for being, the S word, right? Like someone who is not virginal, right? But they are popular, they are beautiful, man or woman, they're attractive, but people vilify them, demonize them, while at the same time admiring them and desiring them, okay? So there is someone like that in your reality right now, in your environment. And whether or not you admit it, you are also attracted to them, even though something about them kind of repels you. Maybe, I don't want to be too judgmental, but maybe they're known for being kind of an alcoholic, or at least a functioning alcoholic. They're known for not taking their job so seriously, or they dress weird in the office, or there's just something so deliciously devilish about this person. Well, this week they are going to make an offer of love towards you, okay? If they are talking to you for the first time, then it's a compliment, or asking you out for coffee. Or if you have known them for a while, it's them asking you out to dinner, right? Or if you have been kind of flirting with this person, then it's them asking you to be their partner, that, somehow more exclusive, less of a situationship. But yeah, it's kind of cute and cheesy because what I'm seeing with these two cards in my mind? It's that scene from romantic comedies where the girl is like so nerdy and unpopular, and then the guy is like the jock that everyone has a crush on, but everyone makes fun of as well because he's kind of dumb. But yeah, and then they get to become partners. And I know it's cheesy, but that's what the cards are telling me. So maybe you're the unpopular girl or the unpopular guy, but it's the complete opposite, okay? Someone that everyone has a crush on, but everyone has a problem with as well. So they're going to make some sort of advance, some sort of offer, gesture of romance towards you. Like, honestly, I'm so curious about this person. Strong Leo energy, Sun, Rising, Venus, Gemini, Leo energy, I'm sensing, right? So Gemini, Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus, it could be them. But yeah, let me know. Once this person makes a move, please let me know who they are, what they're like, because I am seeing a very cheesy archetype in my head, but that's what the cards are asking me to tell you. So that's what I'm telling you. Last but not least, what else is going to happen to you this week ahead? You have the 9 of Coins and the 9 of Cups. Wow, double 9. 9 in tarot is satisfaction, it's happiness, it's contentment. So overall, feeling amazing, feeling wonderful, feeling good, right? This has to do with a reward that is coming towards you, okay? It's an actual reward for something that you did. If you're someone who works a corporate job, a 9 to 5, it could be an unexpected bonus, an unexpected salary increment, okay? Or if you are someone who is still in university, like you're still going to school, it could be a gift from your parents or from your guardians because you did so well in the last term, right? So it could be that they're giving you some sort of reward. Or if you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, for example, it could be your partner giving you a lovely gift that you've always wanted, but like you were too scared to even ask for it or to even kind of pray for it because it's too expensive or it's too luxurious. But yeah, it is rewards. It is a gift from someone, a person around you, someone who is either very close to you or above you. So either it's management or your boss deciding to give you that bonus, or it's your parents deciding to give you that gift, or that, gift of cash, money, or a new car perhaps. I just heard that. Or it could be your partner who is kind of the provider in the house giving you this amazing surprise. But yeah, one way or another, you're going to feel so content, so happy, so satisfied, and so seen. Okay, more than the actual gift. I'm being called to say that. More than the actual gift. Like, let's say someone gives you a Birkin. My God. Or if you're not into bags, a car then. Okay, someone gives you a car. Like, how cool, right? Like that gives you independence. The car is something nice, something techy, something flashy, but more than the actual car itself is you feeling seen and appreciated by the person who gives it to you, And this is actually a thing in the corporate world. When management gives out bonuses, even if the bonus is not that big, it retains that employee because they feel like, wow, they see me. They know my value. They know my worth. So it's going to be 50-50 for you. That's why we have 2 9s. The happiness from the actual thing or money itself, and the joy from the appreciation that you feel from it. So overall, it looks like a really amazing week for you. There's something psychic going on with the downloads, and then there's a new source of money separate from this. This is a gift, like on the spot. You're gonna get it this week. And then there is that cheesy but cute and romantic gesture of love from someone popular / notorious. And then of course, vindication when it comes to a passion that you've always had. So congratulations on your week ahead. It honestly sounds amazing. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. If you chose Tarot of the Divine, welcome to your reading. These are the 5 things that will happen to you in the week ahead. The first one, you have the 7 of Coins and the 9 of Coins. There is going to be a considerable increase in your income. Whether it's a bonus or it's an allowance from your parents, but something will increase. And it's not going to be that huge, but it's going to be bigger than what you expect. For example, if you usually get around this time of the year, say a 5% increase in your salary, it's going to be around 12 or 15. Okay, so it's still not that big, but the thing is, it's going to be stable. So maybe it's not a one-time bonus. Maybe it is something that is added to your income, like however much you're making right now, okay? But yeah, there is something that will be added to your budget, to your assets, okay? And it's here to stay. Like, it's not just a one-time win or whatever else it is. I'm hearing the word allowance. I don't know why. Maybe some of you are still in school and this is about allowance from your parents increasing, or maybe you are someone whose partner is providing for you and they are increasing how much they give you annually or monthly. So it could be that, but it could be a job as well, like a salary increment. It's not going to be that big, but it's still going to be amazing. From 7 to 9, okay? Bigger than you expected. It's a jump, right? Instead of jumping to 8, straight to 9. So it's going to be quite big. And more importantly, because we have coins here, pentacles are very stable. It's not a one-time thing. So that's always a good thing, to have more money every month, every year at your disposal. So yeah, that's lovely for you. Second thing that will happen to you this week, we have the Three of Swords and the Magician. This is profound. This is really profound. I mean, this one, it's so practical. It's about money, it's about allowance, it's about income. This is about your heart and your soul. One of these days during this week, you're going to wake up and some heartbreak that you've always had will just heal. It will be gone. This burden that you've always been carrying all these years, all these decades, I just heard decades for some of you, it's just gonna go away. It's like you're going to either give yourself closure or someone else will come into your life to give it to you and you didn't even know that you wanted it. Now, I just want to stress that just because it's the Three of Swords doesn't mean that the heartbreak is romantic. It's not just our partners that can break our hearts, right? Sometimes it's our family. Sometimes it's our best friends. Sometimes it's our job. You know, I was just watching The White Lotus on season 3, and one of the characters, it's like she devoted her life to her career and then she didn't get the partnership that was supposed to be offered to her. So then that broke her heart. So it could be anything. It doesn't have to be an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend, right? It doesn't have to be pain from that, but it is profound pain with the Three of Swords, okay? Something that has been, look at the imagery, something that has been lurking behind your mind. You know, even as you're so colorful and lively and happy as you live your day to day, it's a dark figure in your subconscious hurting you, you know, squeezing you. Every now and then, it's always there. And you know better than me, because it's a general reading. You know better than me what that heartbreak is. But this week, it will heal, okay? Either it's time, like your heart has healed itself after all these years, done. So it was gradual, but it's the end of the healing process and you're perfectly fine now. Or you realize something, you give yourself the healing, the closure. You read a quote maybe on TikTok, on Instagram, on social media, and you're like, you know what? This is true. Why am I waiting for an apology? I can close this own chapter myself. You know, I don't need external validation. Maybe it's that. Or for some of you, though, it will be a third party, a third person, aside from you and your heart, right? Coming in to give you that apology, or if not apology, an explanation. For example, if it's career, why were you ignored for the promotion that they promised you? They're going to say, oh, it was out of our hands. It was decision from the main office. And yeah, it's nepotism. The CEO's nephew wanted to blah, blah, blah. So at least now you know that it's not your fault, that you did nothing wrong. It's something else. It's still unfair. It's nepotism, but you know, it had nothing to do with you. It could have been anyone else, right? In the same situation as you, they would have lost too, because it's someone else deciding. So see how it manifests for you. Whether it's just your heart gradually healing, or you do something to heal yourself and decide that it's done. You're done suffering, or someone else gives you that closure. But you know better than me what this heartache is that you have been holding on to for years, and I heard for others decades. My God. So yeah, healing is finally here. Congratulations. This is amazing. This is huge. This is profound. Third thing that will happen to you in this coming week, you have the Four of Wands and the Emperor. This is improved stability, and honestly, it's abundance, okay? It's 4 and 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. So this has to do with abundance entering your life. It's separate from this. This is a small but important increase in your allowance, in your salary, right? This one is more than just money, okay? It could have to do with a home. Maybe you have always been renting, and there's nothing wrong at all with renting, but there is something more stable about owning your own penthouse or your own apartment or your own house, right? Because you don't have to pay monthly, it's yours. It could be like your mortgage ending, someone helping you with that. The Emperor is an external person, okay? This is an authority figure, someone powerful, someone who is influential, someone abundant and prosperous, likely an Aries, Sun, rising Venus, but a leader. So in a company, this is C-suite level, CEO, CMO, CFO, okay? In the family, this is usually not even just the father. The father, yes, but it's like it's the matriarch or the grandfather or the great-grandmother, even if she's still alive, or it could be an inheritance from a great-grandparent, okay? But it is something big and something that will give you stability. Stability, whatever that means to you. Maybe you have always been driving in this car that keeps breaking down, and then someone gives you the money to buy a new car, or someone passes on their car to you because they're going to buy something more luxurious, and now you have a car that works perfectly and is even a bit opulent, right? And it gives you stability because you never have to worry about breaking down on the way to work every day anymore, right? So it gives you some sort of peace of mind, some sort of stability. And I really heard car or house, so it's something like that. Of course, there's money involved as well, it could be, but it's something that gives you long-term stability and, more importantly, peace of mind. But it's something tangible, and it will come from a fire sign, most likely, okay? Aries, specifically, again, Sun, rising Venus, an authority figure either in your workplace or in your family or in your neighborhood or in your social circle. But this is great. You have this increment in your monthly, annual money budget, and now you have something else entirely too, a car, a house, whatever else stability looks like to you. Maybe it's someone paying your tuition for the rest of your years in university. Maybe it's something like that, okay? But yeah, big stability move, excuse me, that will really help you financially and emotionally as well. Wow. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Fourth thing that will happen to you in your week ahead, we have the Tower and the Six of Swords. Amazing escape. You will be escaping. You will be saved almost at the last minute from a really negative situation in your life. You already know what this is. Don't be scared. The Tower moment won't come this week, in the next 7 days. No. It's something you're already enduring or you're already anticipating. For example, you have a job and you know that the other department that you work close to, 10 people got laid off from there. So you're now expecting that maybe your department is next, right? So it's something like that. Either you're already anticipating it or it has already happened. So don't be scared. It's not like out of the blue something bad is going to happen to you. No, it's something you already have a plan B for, or something you're already working to save yourself from. But you get saved from it with the Six of Swords. So maybe it's a layoff. Your entire department gets fired, but it's just you and your bestie. You get left behind because apparently the two of you are really important to the organization or your personality. It's just, the people at the top liked working with you, okay? But there is a last minute saving here, rescuing that is happening. Like you are 99% certain that this tower is going to fall, right? It's going to hit you, but it doesn't happen. If it's about love, oh my God, I just heard something very specific. If it's about love and you have been seeing signs that your partner is about to break up with you or divorce you or leave you because they have been talking on the phone and they close the door and then they can't look you in the eye, or they get startled when you ask them what's going on and they didn't know that you were behind them. So you think, okay, a breakup is coming. I should have prepared myself for this. They were always more attractive than me. That's how the mind works. I'm not saying your partner is more attractive than you, but that's how it works, right? When we get scared of something, we try to rationalize it like, yeah, we deserve the pain that's coming. But then you find out that the reason your partner has been acting so shady is because they're planning a surprise birthday party for you, or a surprise party because you got promoted last month. And they've been calling your friends and they don't want you to know, and they've been calling the caterer, and of course they don't want you to hear the conversation, and they're scared that you're going to see on their screen the guest list, or the menu or something like that. So it's something that you've almost prepared your heart for. You're like, this is happening. Turns out it's not, okay? It's a fear that you have, a real possibility that you're going to get fired, you're going to get laid off, you're going to get divorced from the love of your life, but then turns out no. So it's a last minute save, okay? That's amazing for you. That is so dramatic, but I'm happy that you're going to get that. Last but not least, fifth thing that will happen to you in the week ahead. You have the 10 of Wands and the Star. Oh my God, it's similar energy, but not quite the same. Someone will save you too, but not from a tower moment, like getting fired or getting left behind by someone that you love. This is more of a day-to-day thing. Like if it's at work, there is this project that you have been working overtime for such a long time now, and it just doesn't end, and it's so burdensome for you, 10 of Wands energy. Or if it is an expense, something to do with your budget that you can't handle anymore, something to do with your time, someone will come in to save you. It could be something day to day. It could be something small. It doesn't have to be so profound, okay? It could just be maybe on this day, you are so tired from work. It's a weekend perhaps, and you have been so tired working overtime Monday to Friday, and you just have no energy to cook for your kids or to play with them or take care of them at all. And then your sister or your mom comes unannounced, uninvited. Then you can just sleep all weekend because she is going to take care of your kids for you this weekend. Okay? So it's that kind of energy. It could be something small like that, but it still feels like your fairy godmother showing up to help you. It's a beautiful, magical Cinderella moment. Okay? Or if it's at work, that annoying, irritating project, someone takes it off your plate. Okay? Because they're like, you know what, I'm not doing anything much. Can I help you with this? So it's like rescue too, but very different from this. This is profound and kind of surprising. But this one's just like, oh, thank you. It's more day to day. It's more mundane, but it doesn't make it less amazing. So yeah, people are going to come in and save you this week ahead, right? There's healing as well. And then there's stability and an increase in your money. So overall, a great week for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. If you chose Tarot for Kids, welcome to your reading. Here are the 5 things that will happen to you in the week ahead. The first one, you have the 2 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Oh, nice. Sigh of relief. Okay, this is catharsis. This is release. You recently made a risky, controversial decision. Your loved ones, your family, your friends advised you against it. And even you yourself, you were very brave following your heart by making this decision. But still, deep down, you're afraid. What if it doesn't work out? What if I'm wrong? Okay? I don't know how recent that is for you. This is a channel reading. So see if you made this decision yesterday or 2 months ago or a year ago. But it's something relatively recent when it comes to, the era of your life, the seasons of your life. It's something current that is affecting you right now. And with the 3 of Cups, this is joy, this is vindication, this is celebration. Something happens that wholeheartedly, undeniably affirms that you made the right decision. For example, you changed your degree program at school. Maybe everyone in your family is a lawyer or a doctor or an architect, but you were like, you know what? No, I want to do fine arts or I want to do film. And everyone in your family is like, oh my God, she's going to be a starving artist or something like that, right? But then something happens. Maybe you went into acting or film, and then you get offered a scholarship abroad with like the most prestigious, I don't know, director from the most prestigious academy of acting or film or something, okay? There is going to be a big success that just makes everyone who doubted you shut up, but in a good way, because the people who doubted you loved you in the first place, right? So it's going to be like, oh my God, you were right. I'm glad you made this change. So these are loved ones, so they're going to be supportive. It's like this thing will make them change their minds, and more importantly, it's going to make you make a sigh of relief, okay? Because you too were afraid of what you did. So that's just an example. Another would be you left your stable job because you wanted to start your own business. And everybody was like, really? You're going to build your own restaurant? But 90% of restaurant owners, they lose it in the first year or so or something like that. Like they're looking at statistics, and you as well. You're like, oh my God, looking at the statistics, it looks like I'm going to hit rock bottom soon. So something like that. But then a celebrity or a supermodel or someone famous or the mayor or the governor dines at your restaurant and then promotes it to everyone on social media and tells everyone, hey, go here, dine here, reserve here, and then your food goes viral and you go viral, and it's that kind of energy. It is a big win, but more importantly, it just releases your fear, and it releases the doubt of the people who love you and want to support you, okay? But we're scared of the decision that you were making. So you know better than me what that is. You made a decision recently, okay? And everyone doubted you. You even doubt you, even though you were so brave. But yeah, it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out great. It's gonna work out big time starting this week. Wow. This is like viral energy, like something you put out into the world goes viral, and you get that 15 minutes of fame, but it doesn't end, okay? It's just like the first stepping stone to even more success. How lovely is that? Second thing that will happen to you this week, you have the Ace of Cups and the Empress. Cute energy too. If you are single, I'll say something else if you're coupled, but if first you are single, the person you have a crush on or the person you are pining for, they do something that makes you feel so good. Either they ask you out on the date, or they simply compliment you, or they look at you in a very delicious way. But either way, it is only the beginning this week, okay? It is the beginning of them noticing you for the first time. Someone you find so attractive, man or woman, someone that you have such a crush on, right? They notice you for the first time, or they escalate for the first time. If they've always been nice to you, always said good morning, or always smiled at you, or always complimented you, then now they're going to ask you out. You know what I mean? So see the level of escalation for you. If they totally haven't noticed you, then it's the first time that they're looking at you in a kind of, smoldering way. So see how that applies to you. But if you are coupled, then this is a grand gesture of romance. Like maybe for some reason the passion has kind of died. If not died, it's just taking a day off or a long vacation, right, from your marriage, from your partnership, and then it gets revived this week, okay? Whether your partner, you had no idea that for 2 years now, your partner had been saving up for that dream trip that you've always wanted to take, in Greece or in Italy or wherever else it is, in Paris perhaps. So then they reveal it to you, they show you the tickets, and you're like, oh my God, I cannot believe that for these years, these past years that you have been working overtime, it's not because you don't care about me anymore, but it's because you've been saving up for my dream vacation, So it's a grand gesture of romance, something like that. And it doesn't have to be material. It doesn't have to be an expensive vacation or an expensive gift, a car, a Birkin. No, it doesn't have to be. It could be they cook you your favorite meal, something that you remember dearly from your childhood. You don't know that they spoke to your grandmother or travel to your hometown to get the recipe or the ingredients or something like that, and then they lay out this 6-course dinner for you, and it's everything you loved from childhood. It doesn't have to be too expensive or too luxurious, but it's very grand romantic wise. So yeah, whether you're single or coupled, there is an elevation and escalation and increase in the amount of romance in your life, and from someone that means so much to you if you're single, okay? Someone you have a crush on, someone you're so attracted to, someone the whole world around you is attracted to. Or if it's your partner, that one who has always been so loyal to you, but they felt distant recently, okay? But apparently, it's only because they were preparing something huge for you. Third thing that will happen to you in this week ahead, 10 of Wands and Strength. Okay, thank God. This is kind of a heavy card. It means burdens, but with Strength, this is accomplishing something and being so proud of it. Accomplishing something big. Don't worry, it's not a burden that will come to you now. It's a burden that has always been there. For example, and it could be a positive burden, like maybe you started joining the gym for the first time, going to work out for the first time in your life, or for the first time in a long time, right? And you finally did it. Like you went every day for a month or for even just a week. And now you can see that you can do it. Like it's so irritating that you have to do it and you have to do it for your health and your fitness. But now you're actually getting the hang of it. It's not so annoying anymore. Now it's starting to get fun. You're starting to feel so energized and revitalized after going to the gym. So now you're like, yeah, that was so annoying. I never wanted to do that. I never wanted to lift weights, to do cardio. But now I think it's a part of my life. I can do it. I can embrace it. I am now a healthy and fit person. It's a new me. I have achieved that. I have accomplished that. I made me that. You know what I mean? Or it could also be maybe you were renovating your house and it's been, 9 months? It finally gets done today, okay? Or it could be a project at work that you're doing and it's just been so annoying and finally it's here and oh my God, I just heard something very specific, okay? It's kind of delicate. If you have been trying to have a child, to get pregnant for years now and it hasn't been working out, there has been miscarriages, or something else painful, losing a child, or trying to adopt and then it's always falling through, there's something that doesn't get approved about you or your lifestyle and it's been so heartbreaking. This week it finally happens. You finally conceive or you pass the first trimester, or you get the confirmation papers, the announcement that you're able to adopt the child. It's something like that, something profound, something deep, something that has been so burdensome and painful for you, makes you feel so tired and exhausted, but finally you're at the pinnacle of it. Finally it's done. Okay, you achieve something. You know better than me. I don't know you personally what this is. What is your 10 of Wands? What is that burden, that struggle that has been breaking you, hurting you? Yeah, you finally overcome it this week. Congratulations. Fourth thing that will happen to you in the week ahead, also a very lovely thing, not related to this, but similar to this, okay, because it's a separate thing. Again, I was scared. The 9 of Swords is kind of a negative card. It's anxiety, it's worries, it's not being able to sleep well, soundly at night. But then the Page of Wands is a very positive influence. It's like a messenger of the sunshine coming down from the heavens to you and giving you good news that stops you from being this. So it is positive news about something that you have been so anxious about. Again, separate from this, okay? This is more urgent, I would say, because if you have been trying to get pregnant, that's like maybe years now, right? Trying to adopt, maybe years now. Trying to get healthy, even the gym example. Maybe it's been years now that you go to the gym or you get a membership and then you don't actually come and then you just go maybe for like the first 2 weeks and then you stop, but now it's stable. So that's like long term. This is more urgent. This is more now. So for example, maybe you're waiting for a blood test result, right? And you're so worried that you have this or you have that because of genetics and whatnot. But then the nurse calls, the doctor calls and says, no, there's nothing to worry about, just blah, blah, blah. You're fine, okay? So it's something like that. A problem that has been so worrisome. Could be your health. It could also have to do with your job, okay? Maybe you're running out of money now. Maybe you have been unemployed for, say, 7 months or so, and you're waiting for someone to say you're hired, and you're like at your last $1,000 maybe, and then you get the call from the recruiter or from the hiring manager that says you got the job, can you start Monday? Okay, so it's that kind of problem. It's more urgent, like, am I sick? Do I have cancer? Or am I going to starve? I don't have money anymore. But then the test results come and it's positive, and then the hiring manager calls and you're hired. So beautiful, beautiful. It looks like a very cathartic week of like release for you, right? I mean, starting from this. Last but not least, fifth thing that will happen to you this week, the Fool and the Wheel. It's like a new beginning for you, a new chapter of your life, a new era of your life, a new season of your TV series, okay? Because of all of this, but still separate from that, it just feels like the gods or the universe, whatever you want to call them, are shining down, smiling down upon you and giving you like a second chance. You know, the Fool, it's not even number 1, it's number 0. It's like all of your mistakes, all of your regrets are being erased, and you're being given this chance to start again if that's a new job, right? Start again if there was something that went wrong with your reputation or with how you handled things at your past job. Now you have a new job, things are going to work out well for you. If you have been failing at trying to conceive, at trying to get healthier, now it's completely different, right? Now you get that thing you've always wanted to have, right? And if you thought you made the wrong decision, big decision in your life, whether it's your career, whether it's your love life, whether it's school, right? University, now you know that it's the right path for you. And there's even this cute love energy. So given all of those, but then separately from that, this week, you're just going to feel like it's a new beginning. Everything feels light. You are unburdened. Look at her. She's almost flying, right? She's gallivanting. She is like, you know, just feeling so unburdened by everything in her life. So whether you're a man or a woman, she is representing you right now. Things feel good. The sun is smiling down upon you. You have your loyal followers, friends, loved ones there supporting you, cheering you on, okay? You have this fragrant rose making things, life, everything beautiful for you. You have green grass under your feet. Green is new beginnings, new growth, abundance as well, health as well. So this week, this is a feeling. Okay, you're just going to feel because of all of this, and yet separate from it too. You're going to wake up one of these days, maybe on Wednesday, maybe on Thursday. You're just going to wake up and you're going to feel like, I have been given a second chance at life, a new lease on life, and I'm going to embrace it. And you know what? Together, this pair is about the law of attraction. It's about manifestation. Because you feel good, because you believe in your future, Fortuna is here, the wheel of fortune, Lady Luck, Jupiter, the god of gifts and blessings and abundance, coming in for you, protecting you, okay, giving you a lot of presents because you're so positive and optimistic this week. Little things left and right, all directions are just coming for you. So separate from this, you're going to be receiving a lot of gifts. Some of them are small. Maybe a neighbor bakes a cake and gives you 2 slices or half the cake or a whole cake, okay? It could be something cute like that, but it gives you joy, right? To know that this person thinks of you and to actually eat that delicious piece of cake. So it could be something like that, or it could be that one of your subscriptions gives you a free month, okay? And it's not expensive, it's just $25, but still it feels good. Now you have $25 more in your savings account to put into your savings, right? So yeah, it's little things like that. Because you're feeling good from all of this, you create something else entirely out of it. Luck is here, and it's like life is just turning around for you. Life just feels light and airy and beautiful. So yeah, it is for you. A beautiful week ahead. There is rescue, my God, people helping you, people appreciating you, okay? And then life vindicating you, validating you, confirming that you have always been on the right path, making the right choices for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.